How's it going, everybody? I am the Zabin, Neo Zabin here on Broadcast Zabin. Music kind of died out a bit. My dogs kept barking throughout the first one. I was like, man, I need to calm them down so I could get this going. But now that we have them calmed down, we can finally get this video going. And it's kind of just reviewing the additions to the update of Winter Wonderland 2018. So the music isn't playing anymore, which sucks. But Winter Wonderland is one of the seasons. When I first started playing, it was one of the seasons I really got into. I believe it was my first time ever doing a season for Overwatch, if I believe. So Winter Wonderland, pretty awesome. I really like it a lot. There's game modes I'm gonna go over first. It hasn't changed. I think May's Snowball Fight was added last year, I want to say. But I know for sure the Yeti Hunter has always been there. Or it might have been the other way around. I don't know. One of them has been added, and I want to say it's May's Snowball Defense. But for all that I know, it could have already been there. My memory isn't too well, which is why hopefully we're going to be doing these videos more often when it comes to events and things like that. So this one's actually one of my favorite ones. I think they do have the last years when they had Anna, Zara, Sombra, and Hanzo. Almost forgot her name. Or did I say Soldier? I think this is another year that what's his face ended up getting a skin. Reinhardt, because I feel like he had one already. Not 100% sure, but we will be going through the new additions. So first things first, there's 3 epics. This one isn't too bad. It's for Ashe. She has a kind of a simple, basic. I mean, it's just another color of her skin. Literally, it's just blue, white, and has a snowflakes design. And then when it comes to Bob, which is the something operational buddy, I don't know. I was trying to go off Rob on that one, but he has like more of like an icicle kind of look on some parts, just because of how the texture and the color on it. It isn't too bad. I really can't say much about these because it's just like color changes. So, oh, it's a better like. I didn't know that. If you go do that, it's just a better look at Bob. Not too bad. Gift wrapped, which I wish they would have probably had earlier, or I would have thought they would have, for Bastion. It's just him dressed, he's kind of like a gift. When you think about it, he transforms into turret form, which is kind of like, in a way, it's like a box, or even in his tank form, kind of the same thing. So it's pretty cool to see him finally get this. I don't know, I don't know why, looking at it, I'm like, it makes sense to do it, but he has a little ribbon bow thing on it, which looks nice. And I'm not really familiar with that bird. If that's supposed to be a French hen, makes sense to me. Festive for Reinhardt. I could have sworn he had one last year. And if it wasn't that, it might have been the year before. But there he is. He's just all in gold and red. Really good colors, might I add. He's showing his head. I guess it's fine. I thought it would have been with the helmet, but it's fine. And he's got bells on him. And then, of course, on his hammer, he has a little mistletoe, still with the color being red, green, gold. So, it's okay. If anything, I think I prefer that one a bit more than the other. So, of course, even my bro was saying that they should do it for him. And, of course, it happened. Junkrat being Krampus. I don't know what to say other than it's pretty good. You know, Junkrat's evil. He's got a little, like, hoof leg and a normal leg. So he's like a mix. He has the, you know, the little goat horns that's associated with Krampus. On his back, well, we'll get a closer look at that. His gun, not too bad. I like how it's like a little dead teddy bear. You know, usually for Christmas they open a gift and it's like a teddy bear. Kind of like a cliche item almost, but it's usually like a popular one. His items, like the bombs and things like that, are not really anything different. It's usually, which I like this one. I hate that it moves like that, but you can see the little teddy bears and like hot coals. And And that's Junkrat, basically the evil Santa. So, I mean, they finally did it. Um, oh, his is a fox. I thought his was a wolf. Clearly, I got mine wrong. Lucio ended up getting a new one called Snow Fox. Again, I always thought it was a wolf. Not bad. You know, it's got like a ice gun, kind of like a May thing. He's all white. He's got fur on him. He still has like the whole DJ thing going on with him, which fits who he is. And he has a little. Wait, is that 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang. I thought it was gonna be like the Nine Tails from, or actually, it may be. I'm thinking Ninetales like the Pokemon, but I don't think the actual thing has nine tails. Although it could very much well be. From the, what was it? I think it's Japanese mythology. Now there was a fan-made concept art of something like this, but for Tracer, and it looked fantastic. It had it had her hair being white, kind of, you know how it is regular. But white. Her outfit, her attire is white. I think this little circle on her thing was still blue, which still fits something like this. She had other bits of blue on her. I don't think it had black. I can't remember if it had black, but I do remember blue and white being a lot. Kind of like how Ash had hers, but it had so much of, actually, if anything, they should have done that. Give one for Tracer, or just kind of like Ash, where it's, some changes, you know, snow, fur, ice, anything like that would have been pretty cool. Now this one, it really threw me off. I don't know where they got the idea for this one from. It could very well be just an idea, something that they wanted to put for her, and they just did it. Like, I'm not really sure. It's called the Sugar Plum Fairy. I didn't look this one up, so if anybody knows who, when, or how, why this is the thing, let me know. Please do. Comment down below, because I do no clue what the heck this is really for, or where it's from. To me, it looks like, just by looking at her feet, kind of like a ballet thing. You know, like somebody who performs like the Nutcracker. that's the best thing I got. Kind of reminds me like she's from a ballet thing, something like that. But the rest, I have just no clue. It's fairy of some kind, but I'm not really familiar. Let's look at her weapons. Okay, so I really like that. It's kind of like a tree branch or stick, whatever you want to call it. A little magical stuff. Reminds me in a way of Orisa with hers, which isn't too bad. Now, this one I thought was... It makes sense, kind of funny. Well, I don't think funny, but... they gave Symmetra a figure skater, which makes sense in a way, because normally during, well, I know you see it like on cartoons. I don't know if people really do it. I can only assume that they actually do. People who do skate, not only do they go to ice skating rinks and things like that, some people actually do skate on like frozen lakes. Although, seeing how global warming is a thing and there should be snow outside, we had snow for like a week and then gone, no more. I've been wearing a sweater so far in the first week of December. And that's kind of just about it. But for people where it does freeze over on the ice and things like that, people do ice skate on frozen lakes. So for her, it does make sense. I don't understand the whole tattoo thing on her. Oh no, actually that might be her. Yeah, it is. Okay, I didn't see that at first, but that's actually looks like it's her, part of her clothing. You know how they have like, unless it is a tattoo, then. But it does look like it's a part of her clothing now that I took a closer look. I was gonna say nylon. Is that nylon? I don't even know the material. But it looks like it's just another piece of clothing on her. So that's pretty cool. I like that as well. I didn't understand it at first, but I'm like, oh wait, if it's part of her clothing, that makes sense and looks nice. I understand it. I don't know why her face looks really... Maybe it's the hair. I was gonna say her face looks really different. See what her... Yeah, okay, it's kind of cool. Seeing how her thing's figure skating, they just kind of like put the skate blades on it. Her turrets aren't that much different. I almost said shield. That's a teleporter. Now, I don't know why. I mean, I feel like they should do some, like, what they see as basic, put it on here, because something like this, it's different color and it has added on items. Like this is just his regular attire, but he has bells on him, and then he has the mistletoe on his hammer. This one just has the little bow on his thing. But that's kind of like what I see as this skin. To me, it just looks like this could have been something that's an epic, but they don't do that, which is a little unfortunate. But it's fine. But this one, it just seems, it's so simple that I felt like it should have been that, but they never, I don't like when that they don't do that. So, how do you say, I don't know, biathlon? Biathlon, I don't know. Basically, I think she's a snowboarder. She could be a snowboarder, she could be a skier. All up to her. And it doesn't look too bad, I guess. I think my bro liked this one. He doesn't like the next one that we're going to pop up, which I think looks good, but they could have done it better. I think in my looking at it, maybe discussing it a bit, maybe I'll change some minds, maybe some I won't, but for Widowmaker, it's okay. I mean, she's just some snowboarder. I don't know why I feel like someone like her could have had something like this, almost. Because she has that one skin where she's the swan, the black swan. There's a white and the black. We'll just say swan. But that one, she has something like that. So I think Widowmaker should have had something kind of like this. I think that would have been pretty cool. But it's alright, I guess. Her gun isn't changed too much. Actually, no, it looks really nice. I like the way her gun looks. I really can't remember too much specifically with it. Now, this skin, it's okay. In my opinion, it's okay. On like a scale of something, it looks okay to me. So, it's nothing too bad. My complaint is, I feel like they've tried to make it somewhat cute. They put like a cute little bear hat on her. She has like a little tail for some reason. And then she has a little tiny, like, keychained bear that's on her backpack. So what throws me off about this is if they were going to make it look like a regular snowboarder one, why have the little tail in the back? I didn't really understand that. The one thing that I thought they should have done was kind of go back with the, what is it, the barbarian skin that she has, where she's only in like leather, fur, that sort of deal. But kind of go out a bit more with the bear look. So have like, you know, like a bear head or something like right here. Although that might have complaints. I think that would have been cool. Having like a bear head or something like right here, and then she has kind of like a burly jacket or something with lots of fur on it. I think that would have been pretty cool. Unfortunately, we don't have that. So we ended up getting this. I'm just saying, if they could have made her look like a not a snowboarder, but I'm saying snowboarder because it's there. If they could have made her look a lot more like a bear, that would have been pretty awesome, and I would have been satisfied with that. Because I've become more of a Zara player. I don't know if we talked about that before, but we will talk about it in this one. Sort of about my mains. So her gun is interesting. It's like two snowboards in like a Tesla. I was gonna say Tesla cannon. I don't know what you would call this. Not too bad. So those are the only skins. I feel like it wasn't that much. Actually, let me go ahead and move the camera very quickly. Realize I'm kind of covering. Should I go in the upper right? Maybe I should go lower right. I'm gonna go in the lower right. I think that isn't so bad. I want to be able to see what's there, and for you guys to also see. So we're going into the emotes. And this one's okay for Genji. It's the, you know, paper stars, basically just paper, throws a little dagger, opens it up, stars, not too bad. My babies. Now this one, I thought was kind of funny. He's got even smaller turrets that are jumping around. Basically are like animals for Torbjorn. It's kind of funny. And those are only two new emotes. Although victory poses did get added a lot since there was a lot more characters. So, toast for Bridget's okay. It makes sense that her cup would be a cat because anybody knew, I think from like the lore or whatever, she likes cat. She grew up with cats. Everything for her was a cat. So she has a little cap thing and has a little thing. Woo! Okay, I'm a little too much on that. I haven't changed his, but I can't tell if he's drinking like wine, like you don't see it. I was gonna say champagne, but wouldn't we see it like bubbling or something? I feel like that'd be wine or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what Doomfist would be into. Would he be drinking wine? He might be. Now, this one I feel okay. If you ask me, let me do it again. If you ask me, dang, you looking thick there, Junkrat. Why? Don't change that, Blizzard. Junkrat, his last year's winter skin looks okay. Well, it makes sense. He didn't. He just left. The whole idea is that he left and went like vacationing somewhere. That's what a lot of people like to do. I know that's like what my mom likes to do. She'd rather be like in Florida, somewhere where it's hot and warm, instead of being like up north where we are in the Chicago area with like snow and anything like that. And I like it. I like the cold weather every here and there. Like even when I was hanging out with my bros today playing Smash Brothers, it was like really hot in my bro's house, and even in the car when we were coming back, and just stepping outside, feeling the air. I was like, oh, this feels so good. So, so for this skin, for that victory post, it makes sense that it would be for this skin. I wouldn't see it with Krampus, but I do see it with that one. Ooh, you got a nice little cup there for hot cocoa, which looks. I could definitely go for some. I usually go to McDonald's and I get it with extra chocolate. Usually they put about 2 pumps, but it's really good and I love it. So that isn't too bad. I really like that one a lot. She just kind of, you know, has a little cup, her pinky's like that. Am I holding it right? Is she okay? I'm confused because if I do that, it goes outward. Okay, perfect. Okay, I thought I was not human for a second, but she's doing it like that. Let's see what it does. Okay, so I guess Reaper's still supposed to be, you know, mad, angry, so he just pours it. I really don't know how to explain that one. Although, we are buying. Watch me unlock it. Because it's Tracer! Why wouldn't I? I don't know what she's drinking, though. It could be tea, it could be hot cocoa. I wouldn't know. But I know for a fact that I love me my Tracer. Just saying. Now we're going into voice lines.
That's what you get the girl who has everything.
Don't know what that even means.
It's a given time of year.
So everybody should have about 3.
I made that just for you.
But they could have 2. I know some people have 3 voice lines every year. Like, they'll add 1 more. So some people, they'll have 2 originally, and then 1 will be added on. You get me? So, yeah.
I made that just for you.
I made that just for you?
God jul. God jul.
Good?
God jul.
I don't know how you say that.
Out cold.
Happy holidays!
Why did Junkrat never had that?
Snowball fights. Yay! Snowball fights. Yay!
The gift of knowledge.
Call it. Feliz Navidad.
Really? They didn't give that to her?
Bonne fête de fin d'année.
I like that they're saying it in their own language.
God jul.
Bonne fête de fin d'année.
Feliz Navidad.
She's like she's kind of like
Feliz Navidad.
I'm a party animal.
oh. I don't know how they did that, but I like it.
Ho, ho, ho.
Is it cold in here?
Can I interest you in a snowball fight?
Oh, really? Okay. Not too bad. So, sprays, of course, ornament. Feel like a lot of them are going to get ornaments if they didn't get it before. So for her, she's got that, and she's got snowball fight, which I like a lot, you know. Let me throw it, and then she's doing hers. No, Bob's always going to help her. We have Bridget knitting up a little sweater, which is probably going to be for the cat that's right there, when you think of it. This is hers? She didn't have a winter skin. that could have easily been her winter skin. Why didn't they... Maybe I'm overthinking or something. But why didn't... Like, if that's her ornament, they could have easily... Because that's her regular. And if this is supposed to be Bridget's, like, ornament, how come this isn't, like, a skin for Bridget? You know what I mean? I don't know. So we got, of course, an ornament for him. Winston, you're not supposed to be in his sock. You're supposed to be in Hammond's. It's kind of funny, though. And I was kind of surprised with this one, but they added a couple more. I think they added 3. Oh, yeah, because this one's the season. So they added 3 more skins, or sprays, I mean, for the, I think the Yeti fight, or Yeti Hunter, and then the Snowball fight. So this one, I don't know what it's called, but it says the Rampage Trophy, and I feel like that has to do something with, Winston having to get angry in the Yeti Hunter mode and getting a couple kills. Man, that's all I can think of. Completing Hot Hand, I feel like that has to be with the Snowball fight, and maybe you get all the kills. That's all I can think of, or you get to play the game. And yeah, maybe this is like play the game, and then this one is getting a certain amount of kills. I'm gonna have to look those up, which is why we have our phone right here. I want to see if we can somehow... Well, it might be too early to figure out how to get the sprays. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's just too early at the moment. I feel like with... I could check it out on Xbox, but that's going to take time. Oh, we forgot about the highlight intros. I do like that one. Although, oh, that's just the only one. I thought there was more. I do kind of wish that either he had a skin or the lights were different. He's kind of doing like a diva thing there, and I don't want to keep playing it over and over for you guys. Which isn't too bad, but I want to check out Reinhardt. So a lot of the characters right there you see are... Oh, so I ended up getting the other one too. Okay, so that isn't so bad. Basically, okay, so this is one of the things. Let me just go back. So a lot of the characters you see on here, I pressed the button by accident. What you are going to see was that a lot of the characters that I have on there say new. And the reason behind that was not just because I unlocked skins for them and never looked at it, but we're going to go to someone like Tracer. What Blizzard has done was give players who've purchased any of the Overwatch skins that were a part of the Overwatch League. If you purchased any, this is the way it was. If you were supposed to purchase the skins, and that was supposed to be like use in a way supporting those teams, and you could still keep buying them. They are really nice skins. It's basically like how it is right there. It's like an epic. Be like, I just call these normal. Then these are like the epics, and then it goes. See, this is the thing. Tracer had this one, which is a complete different color. Her hair changed, and that's why I feel like if they were giving some characters like Zara and Widowmaker just those snowboarding, skiing kind of looks, it could have just been like this. Maybe cost more, or still have it be legendary, but don't cost 3,000, maybe 1,000. Like these, they're 1,000. It could have been something like that if you asked me. But anyway, like I was saying, with those characters that were saying new, the thing that I don't know when they did this, I believe it had to be this year because I've never seen it before. But then again, there was a big time I haven't played it for a while. But Blizzard decided for people who've purchased these skins, at the time, if you were to purchase, let's say, the Gladiators, you would get this one. I purchased New York Excelsiors. I get this one. And if you purchased the Overwatch Twitch Prime thing, you would unlock Prime stickers, you would unlock exclusive skins for the characters, or at least it was exclusive until the update, and then that was about it. Well, you still unlocked a few exclusives. There was like 3 that I'm pretty sure probably nobody probably got. They have one for, where is it at? Here it is. It's called the Overwatch League Gray. I don't know why this is saying unlock includes both home and away, but that's actually for all of them. So there was one for him, one for McCree, I believe, and then one for Moira. If you did purchase, you ended up getting also those 3, which is exclusive for those 3 characters. It does look really nice. But like I was saying, when you would purchase, you would go to Overwatch League tab, you'd pick a team, let's go with Mayhem, why not? And you would see like Widowmaker, and you would, I bought Widowmakers? Oh no, I didn't buy Widowmakers, that's the thing. So you would buy a skin, like I remember, because I actually like the Gladiators and I wanted them to win, but so as you can see, I got like a bunch. I got it for Ana, D.Va, Genji, Hanzo, Orisa, Pharah, Soldier, Tracer, Winston, and Zenyatta. Yeah, I remember. So I ended up getting it for them because I was, you know, very supportive of the team. Although for Winston, I think I ended up getting him because of the update, because I would never buy for him. But you know, see Tracer in the purple and having the chest piece be purple and the guns saying Gladiators, it looked awesome. And that's basically what you would get. It was those skins with those teams and the colors and all that. But when you purchased the Prime, you ended up getting skins of a few teams that were away, which was exclusive to only certain characters. Like Winston ended up getting Gladiators away. I think who else ended up getting? Genji, I think, might have gotten one. Some of them were players I normally, or characters I normally wouldn't pick, but now with the newest update, you end up getting both away and together. So now I kind of have like 2 skins. I could be regular Los Angeles Gladiators, so I'm all purple with the black and it looks cool, or I could be all white with the purple just barely being there, and then the centerpiece being the white, which is pretty bright. Don't know why it's like that, but it looks really cool. And then same thing goes with like Excelsior. It's all blue and red, maybe some white. Then you go to this one, it's white with little bits of red, little bits of blue, and it still looks pretty cool. So now I have skins because of this update. So if you were somebody who did purchase the Prime, you do now end up getting another skin. So I ended up getting, if I bought the regular Philadelphia Fusion team, which is orange and black with white, now I could get the away, which is white with the orange bits here and there. And like I said, for somebody who bought the pass, you would end up getting the away skin. So this is like the Dynasty 1 away, which Ana ended up getting. Ana was the one who ended up having the Dynasty away, and it looked really cool and nice for her. But then you can end up getting her regular one because they decided you should at least be able to get both. So I don't know how I feel about it, because a lot of people paid, like I'm definitely one of them. I paid for the Prime and I end up getting skins, right? Kind of just straight off the bat. And one thing that was disappointing was for Lucio, because I swore it was announced for Lucio. See, because his was this one. I ended up like using this one a lot, the Shock Away. But because now you get both, I can use San Francisco. It was said that if you purchase, they had the commercials for it. They were saying, hey, go ahead and buy it. You're going to get skins. You're going to get 3 that are the league skins. And then, or Gray League? I don't know. So you get team skins, 3 league skins, and then you ended up getting Lucio's dance. That's what was said on the trailer. And I don't know, there could have been more stuff on the side where it's like, oh, you get other stuff. But this was the one. This is called Dance Party. If you were somebody who bought the Prime, you're supposed to get this. It was glitched for a lot of people. I had it, like, I was like, oh, it's not downloading. Yeah, just press it. It didn't work. I put money into the thing. It didn't work. Nothing was happening for a while, and I'm just confused. So it was glitched for a bit. And next thing I know, they patch it up, and you're able to buy it. So basically, if you wanted this one, which definitely belongs to Lucio, you have to still buy it with regular money. I think what they should have done was they could have put it up, you know, have it available for people. I mean, it's the same thing with the skins, essentially. Because regardless, you're going to be paying for these skins. So if you ended up wanting any of the skins, regardless if it was home or away, you're going to be paying for it. So in a way, buying the Twitch Prime Pass, you end up getting some nice skins, for Overwatch skins, or not skins. Oh yeah, you ended up getting Overwatch skins, some nice ones. Of course, it was mixed. You got one of each team, and then it was all belonging to a random, you know, character in the game. Again, 3 Grey League ones, McCree, Moira, and Soldier. And then you're supposed to get Lucio's, but I think if you paid for it, they should have still got it for free, and then maybe put in to the people who did purchase it, give them like either a refund or give them something else. Like, you know, it's just, you know, don't want to pay for it and then not really get what you wanted. I really wanted to have Lucio's, that, you know, I ended up putting more money into it. So not too bad. I was gonna check Reinhardt's because I could have sworn he had another winter one. See, so we had the festive, but really? You know, I'm probably thinking Coldheart, but I could have sworn Reinhardt had another. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong. Face hurts when I do all that. I'm gonna try to stop. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put some of these back to the way they were. I wanted this one so bad, I never got it. And I think that's really it for this video. Although let's go ahead and let's look at our career profile very quickly. I do want to show this. This was one of the things I wanted to talk about. Ooh, so she's not there just yet. How many times? 15 hours. So D.Va's really up there, and I really don't like that. So when I played Overwatch, and this is what really changed a lot, the characters that I play as, a lot of the time when I first started playing Overwatch, Tracer was definitely my #1 most, like, I loved playing as Tracer. I still love playing as Tracer. She's one of my mains. I have like 3 mains, and it changed from when I first started. So when I first started, I used to play a lot as Tracer. I think I used to play a lot as Soldier, and then I really didn't have a third until I started playing a bit more with Pharah. Then Pharah ended up being one that I stayed with a lot more. So it was Tracer and Pharah kind of going back to back a lot, so much. But then after a while, I ended up picking up on Hanzo. So it ended up being Tracer, Pharah, Hanzo. And then sometimes going with Soldier. Then Moira ended up coming out. Then Moira was doing so good with Moira for a bunch of stuff that she was like a main. And I remember so much. And this is funny, it's a little ironic, I guess, because I used to say so much that she was like a horrible character, but she's actually pretty good. And as you can see, she's like, what? This? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, like 7. But it's Zarya. I remember when I first started playing Overwatch, I used to say Zarya was one of the worst because I couldn't figure out how she worked. Like, I knew you threw shields at each other and then like you powered up the gun from that, and I was like really confused how she worked. But I think because we did a lot of mystery heroes, we ended up like, how do you say? We ended up I ended up being Zarya a lot of the time. So she ended up passing up people. While I was here, you could clearly see she passed up like Genji and a bunch of other people. But, well, more intentional now than ever. But with Zarya, like, I really didn't like Lucy. I'll play as any of the characters, really. I'm not good with a lot of them, although I'm good with others. Like, I'll never really be good with Widowmaker. If you had to pick between a sniper like Widowmaker Anna. Well, I guess Anna kind of counts, but in a way, not really. So if it's between Widowmaker and Hanzo, because, you know, shoot him in the head, dead. So, or just a lot of damage taken out. But if I had to pick between Hanzo or Widowmaker, I'm definitely going to pick Hanzo, which is why he's much more higher on the list compared to her. And although a lot of these people do have tons of hours put into them, because I was trying really hard to get the trophies for them, which I don't remember what trophies I need because I have not focused on it recently, but I still need Genji, Reaper, Torbjorn, Roadhog, Winston, and Lucio. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really cool. And by any chance, has the number changed? It is still 0.2%. That's pretty crazy. So only 0.2% of people who played the game got all the trophies, and perfect. I don't know how to do it. I'm going to keep trying, though. We're going to keep on trying. We're going to hustle, hustle, hustle. And at some point when we do get 100%, get the trophies, it's going to tweet it out. It's going to be on Instagram. It's going to be like a really big achievement for me. Kind of like with Overwatch. I mean, not Overwatch. Kind of like with Fallout 76. When it first kind of came out. It was no longer beta. I think it was like day 1. It could have been day 2. We literally just went... No, it took a couple days. I remember now. It took a couple days, but we just went straight into trying to nuke something. And at the time, the percentage was like the same as Overwatch, like 0.2%. But now the number jumped up so much more. I looked at it again like a couple days later, and it ended up being like 1 point something. And by now, it's probably way more. But who knows? Maybe it's way less. Maybe not a lot of people actually are playing it, since not a lot of people like it. But anyway, we're kind of getting off track with that. So, eventually, when we were doing Mystery Heroes, I ended up getting kind of good with Zara, and then sort of out of nowhere, when we were playing regular games, they're like, "Oh, who do we pick? Who do you pick?" Like, I don't know. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna give Zara a try. Like, I'm really gonna give her a try. Next thing I know, I'm a pretty good Zara player. I'm not the best, but I'm pretty good at being Zara. And next thing I know, I have like 10 hours put into her. That's literally just under McCree, Moira. Oh yeah, it's just those two. They're kind of tied at the same, but she's just right under McCree and Moira. And just the thing, Moira used to be my third most played. The only reason Bastion and D.Va are on there with 13 and 15 hours is because D.Va and Bastion were so hard to get their trophies. I literally, when I was playing at my bro's house to get him his trophies, I think he already had the 4 kills, but when I went to get it at his house for Bastion, it was easy. I think it's probably because I already did it, but it was really easy to get it. I don't know why. But Zara isn't really that bad. I think all I did was, I was watching Overwatch videos, and somebody said, you know, all you really have to do just to be a good Zara player, and I can agree, because it helps out so much. To be a good Zara player, just pay attention to when you're throwing your shields and things like that. When, where, and that's actually about it, just when and where. So, at times, if you're somebody who's going to try being Zara, this is my advice. If you're going to be Zara, and a lot of people who do play Zara will most likely say the same thing. Don't waste both your shields at the same time. The reason behind that is because if you throw a shield at somebody else, somebody starts shooting you, you're going to have to put a shield on yourself. But then maybe you can defeat them, but then you see maybe let's say somebody has an ultimate over there. They're not doing it yet, but they have their ultimate. They're kind of setting up the area, but they're getting shot down. You already used your shield on yourself. You used the shield on somebody else. You have to let that thing charge. I think it's like 10 seconds for one of them. I think it's like 10 seconds for yourself and 8 for another person. I believe that's how it works, or how it is. For all I know, they both could be 8 seconds. But because of how she works, that whole time gap, if you're being attacked and you use both your shields, your gun isn't going to be charged to 100, which allows the player Zara to do more damage, like tons of damage. Protection, even though it's a brief moment, it helps out so much just to absorb them shots. And that's when is like that key moment. So when to throw a shield, usually what I do is if a lot of people are kind of focused on me, I usually put it back out. So people will shoot at me, but then I'll back up, I'll shoot at them, and then I'll hide behind a wall for a second, reload my gun, come back in, see if somebody else went in without me, throw a shield on them, and then just sort of be their backup. And that's kind of how it is, or how I'm using Zara. It's usually being somebody's backup. There's a lot of good moments on Overwatch. I remember, I think I said this before, but playing Overwatch, when I went with my bros, at times they would get caught by a Reinhardt who's doing the little dash move, and everybody knows if you have somebody who isn't a tank, basically you're gonna die by Reinhardt's dash move. You're literally just kind of gone, dead. So if you're a Zara and you see that somebody got picked up and being dashed away by Reinhardt, you're able to actually throw a shield on them and you can save them from that damage, and it grants you like 20, probably 40, but it's like you do get a boost from it. And there's been so many times where my bros would well, we were playing like capture the point, or two sides had to capture 1 point, that kind of deal. So, excuse me. So it was that kind of deal, and there's been Reinhardts that would get them, and because I was close by, I was able to throw a shield on them, sort of close to the last second, and they would be able to survive, get out, and then I could still do damage on them with the damage output that he put onto the shield that I put on my bros. And we'd go ahead and we could just start attacking him. It's amazing, and I love it so much. I just love the moments where you throw a shield on somebody who's being charged by Reinhardt, they live, and you both just start attacking them. It's a really good feeling. But you do have to really plan out. If like somebody's getting shot down by a bunch of people, you could put a shield on them, but it doesn't last long. The way that the shield works for Zara is once it hits 40 power, it will go away. And I think after like about, I want to say 3 seconds is too much, but like about 3 seconds, let's say, because I'd never really keep track. About like 2-3 seconds of being on, the shield will collapse. So if you're getting shot at, sometimes people will do this, and it's kind of a smart strategy, I guess depending on the character. But if you're a Zara, you have a shield, or you throw it on somebody else, and once that shield hits like 40, they can still keep shooting you, and they can take like that, get the damage off you. And I've seen a lot of people do that to me before, where like with a Reaper, you can get so much damage off because of his shotgun. So you just it can get to 40 and like that, and he still has enough to still finish you off. So it is important that you at least know sort of who you're dealing with. Sometimes what I like to do, if it's a Reaper, sort of a one-on-one, I might do some damage on him. I might do a reload and then put the shield, or sometimes I might do some damage and then once he starts shooting me, put it on. It kind of depends on his health as well. But if it's both full health, I might just start kind of try to get a surprise attack on him, which is a little extra damage. Be able to reload quickly and then throw the shield, come back, and then just keep firing at him. Usually it works. Not always, but normally it does work. And I realize my iPad is only at 17%. I don't know how to charge an iPad, apparently. So, Zara is definitely becoming a favorite character. The way that I'm using these three characters, Zara, Pharah, and Tracer. Normally I play as Tracer when it comes to sometimes attack, but surprisingly, I like using Tracer when it comes to defending. It just feels good. I don't know. It just, like, defending with Tracer just feels right for me. I don't know why. I used to use Tracer for everything. Sometimes capturing the point I will use Tracer, but for defending I will always use Tracer. I don't know why. It really changed. For Pharah, it works both ways. I can use her for attacking and defending, and then it's just kind of her ultimate and the way I'm able to move around using the concussion. I think it's called the concussion blast. You know, shooting that, it can push myself if I'm close enough, and it can push away enemies. Sometimes I like to go around enemies to push them into where I need them to go. Sometimes it works with freaking them out, because you could hear it, and sometimes they might turn around, and then you can just go pop, 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 if they're not paying attention. Usually it doesn't work too much, but let's say, for example, a Bridget or a Reinhardt, sometimes it can work to give them that little extra, just a little extra push. It can work sometimes. Although their shield is a big pain, so probably better off with like a Junkrat or something like that. And then for Zara, surprisingly, I use her a lot for, what is it called? I use her a lot for attacking, because they're going to be defending, and it allows me to protect my people to sort of stay there on the point to make sure that we could keep fighting back, giving us the advantage. So, I don't know. I'm going to look. Ooh, I kind of like that one. The Snow Marie? Snow Marie? I don't know what else it's called. Oh, look, they already have 2019. I was like, they don't have 2017? It's over here. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get this one then. Anyway. We don't have any. I see that one. I want to get a winter icon. I think my bro is using a, actually we might have a tracer one, no? I do. I like that. But really quickly, is there any more like that? It sure is. Oh, I remember this. For the pink one, I think what you had to do was, I'm trying to remember. I think for the pink, you had to, like, watch something. I did that with Diva. Or at least I tried to do, and I swear I could have gotten the hours, but, like, it didn't work. You had to watch, like, somebody's live stream. You had to link up your Blizzard account to the game, and some other stuff. I think you had to link your Twitch or something like that to Blizzard, and then Blizzard will be able to keep track of how many hours you've watched the live stream, and then from there, it would go ahead and send you an award. So you ended up getting a lot of things from it, and I missed it for the pink because I didn't know that. But for Diva, I ended up knowing that. I thought I ended up having more hours, but I ended up only getting one sticker or spray for her, which was the Hi, and it's a little cute one. That's kind of the only reason why I watch them, because I like getting the cute sprays. So yeah, they have like a bunch of random sprays. These are all from past seasons for game modes. Like, I didn't do Lucio Ball competitive. It might come back and stuff. Avalanche, all that, or that might be available. But yeah, that seems to be about it so far from what I can tell. What do you guys think about Winter Wonderland for Overwatch? I think they could have, my opinion, they could have probably added more skins for, I don't know, this part. I don't know. I just wish they had more skins. They had nice emotes. Victory poses are there.
That's what you get the girl who had.
Of course, you gotta have voice lines for them. Nice little sprays, and they only have one intro or highlight reel of highlight intro for the season. Jeez, or not the season, but rather the highlight intro for that. Like, how do you say it? Highlight intro for the event. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Not everybody has that. I think McCree might, or May might. Has it? I know I have somebody with it. I will not stop until I find it. Okay, so she has the Halloween one. Mercy has the New Year's one. Oh wait, Reinhardt's actually a good example. I know for sure he has it. For him, he has the snowball fight. He throws like a really large, what do you call that? Snowball. And I don't think Does everybody? Does who else aside from him have that? I like that one for her. I don't know why. It's just lazy. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more in victory poses. But what do you guys think? Does anybody have a favorite? Excuse me. Does anybody have a favorite Winter Wonderland skin from Overwatch? Is it Tracer? I think Tracer is one of the best, but I think that's just because I'm like a fanboy of Tracer. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna call it quits for here. Although I think we will be going on into another one, talking about some stuff there and going on. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. And of course, stay healthy.